back to this House of Walls. My name is Ashley, and on this channel I love to share all things books and homeschooling, and today is all books. I have a pretty large list of books that are on my shelf and I have not read yet, but I love that. I love finishing a book and thinking, well, what am I going to read next, and being able to just go and pick a book off of my shelves. I also really think that buying books and reading books are two very different hobbies, and I like both of them. So for today, I am going to go through all of my books and share every single book. I'm not going to talk about them. It's just going to be a quick, this is the book, and move on. This, I think, will help me in multiple ways to see everything that I have. And also, I want to update my Goodreads unread list. I know sometimes I get a book, put it on my shelf, and forget to add it onto my list. So I definitely want to go through and update it. Now, let me know which one of these I should get to first. There's a lot. So either, make a list and leave it all in one comment, or as I get to a book, comment down below and let me know which one I really need to get to pretty quickly in the new year. As always, grab your favorite drink. I have a latte right now, and let's get started. I do have a little list here of books that I just bought for Christmas, and they're not here yet, but they will be here and on my reading list for 2024, so I want to include them. The first is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross, Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams, Blood Over Bright Haven by M.L. Wong, The House Witch by Delham Hutch, Tom Lake by Ann Patchett, One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig, S by J.J. Abrams, Cold Clay by Juno Black. Alright, there's two more on that list, but they are going to kind of fit into other places. So now let's actually get to the physical books that I have here on my shelves. Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, Kingdom of Ash, Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood, and House of Sky and Breath, all by Sarah J. Maas. The Tsar of Love and Techno by Anthony Mara, Devil House by John Darnielle, Witch King by Martha Wells, The Last Quintista by Donna Barba Higuera, Kafka on the Shore by Murakami, Wolf Den by Elodie Harper, The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reed, Starless Sea, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, The Golem and the Genie by Helene Wecker, The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton, Once Upon a River by Diane Setterfield, Piranesi by Susanna Clark, In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune, The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart, Godkiller by Hannah Kaner, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and The Galaxy and the Ground Within by Becky Chambers, Scales of Ash and Smoke by Emily Schneider, All Systems Red by Martha Wells, The Gilded Wolves by Roshni Chokshi, The Poppy War, and The Dragon Republic by Arv Kwong, Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater, A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan, Jade City by Fonda Lee, Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, Untethered Sky by Fonda Lee, Scythe, The Toll, and Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman, Mistborn, The Hero of Ages, and The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, When Women Were Dragons by Kelly Barnhill, The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake, The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons, Project Hail Mary by Andy Ware, The Sentence by Louise Erdrich, Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro, The Magician's Daughter by H.G. Perry, The Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Booley, City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel, Garlic and the Vampire by Brie Paulson, City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards, Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer, The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendricks, The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin, The Shadow of the Gods, The Hunger of the Gods, and Malice by John Gwynne, Age of Myth, Age of Swords, and Age of War by Michael J. Sullivan, A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, Leviathan Wakes, Caliban's War, Abaddon's Gate, Cibola Byrne, and Babylon's Ashes, all by James S.A. Corey. Alright, Millie has joined me. We are now in front of the hutch that is in my kitchen, and this houses a lot of my book of the month and nonfiction, some Christmas books and stuff like that. So let's get into this one. The Widow Cliquot by Talar M. Mazzeo, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing by Matthew Perry, The Office BFFs by Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey, Honeybee by Trista Matier, Mr. Dickens and His Carol by Samantha Silva, Comfort and Joy by Kristen Hanna, The Mirror Cracked from Side to Side, At Bertram's Hotel, Death on the Nile, The Murder at the Vicarage, and Peril at N Street by Agatha Christie, The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James, Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Rayborn, The Wilder Woman by Ruth Emmy Lang, The Change by Kristen Miller, Ink Blood Sister Scribe by Emma Torres, Ariadne by Jennifer Saint, Half Sick of Shadows by Laura Sebastian, Mame by Jessica George, Hello Beautiful by Anne Napolitana, Someone Else's Shoes by Jojo Moyes, Upgrade and Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, The Kiss Curse by Aaron Sterling, The Magnolia Place by Fiona Davis, The Push by Ashley Audrain, The Secret Book of Flora Lee by Patty Callahan Henry, Age of Ice by Deepti Kapoor, True Biz by Sarah Novick, Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby, The Lincoln Highway by Amor Tools, What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez, The Kingdom of Sweets by Erica Johansson, Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson, Spells for Forgetting by Adrian Young, The Last Love Note by Emma Gray, The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrian Young, None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell, Agatha Christie, an autobiography, and then there were none, The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, A Murder is Announced, Murder on the Orient Express, Miss Marple, The Complete Short Stories, and The Moving Finger, all by Agatha Christie, The Woman on the Orient Express by Lindsay Jane Ashford, The Billionaire's Vinegar by Benjamin Wallace, Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldry, Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jesse Q. Sutanto, City of Thieves by David Benioff, The Book of the Unnamed Midwife by Meg Ellison, The Legendary Inga by Kate Stradling, The Witch and the Tsar by Olyesa Salnikova Gilmore, Us Against You by Frederick Bachman, The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. The current books that I'm reading, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett, and The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. The Dutch House by Anne Patchett, Dear Edward by Anne Napolitano, Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate, The Pool of the Stars by Emma Donoghue, The Last House on the Street by Diane Chamberlain, His and Hers by Alice Feeney, The Lioness by Chris Beaujolain, Four Treasures of the Sky by Jenny Tingu Zong, Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney, The World That We Knew by Alice Hoffman, Greenwich Park by Catherine Faulkner, The House of Eve by Sedeka Johnson, The Roaring Days of Zora Lilly by Noelle Salazar, The Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris, A History of Wild Places by Shay Earnshaw, Beneath a Scarlet Sky by Mark Sullivan, The Rose Code by Kate Quinn, Orphan Train by Christina Baker Klein, The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman, The Librarian Spy by Madeline Martin, Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wine, The Other Bennett Sister by Janice Hadlow, A Single Thread by Tracy Chevalier, Secrets of a Charmed Life by Susan Meisner, Becoming Mrs. Lewis by Patty Callahan, A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Tolls, Surviving Savannah by Patty Callahan, The Bookwoman's Daughter by Kim Michelle Richardson, The Winemaker's Wife by Kristen Harmel, The Forest of Vanishing Stars by Kristen Harmel, The Lost Girls of Willowbrook by Ellen Marie Wiseman, Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel, Kite Runner, and A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khalid Hosseini, The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, The Lost Girls of Paris by Pam Jenoff, The Women of Chateau Lafayette by Stephanie Dre, Life in a Jar by Jack Mayer, Lovely War by Julie Berry, The Thursday Murder Club, The Man Who Died Twice, and the Bullet That Missed by Richard Osman, The It Girl by Ruth Ware, The Paper Palace by Miranda Cowley Heller, Our Missing Hearts by Celeste Ng, The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth, Cast by Isabel Wilkerson, The Most Fun We Ever Had by Claire Lombardo, The Unsinkable Greta James by Jennifer E. Smith, We Begin at the End by Chris Whitaker, The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel, Far from the Tree by Robin Benway, All the Lonely People by Mike Gale, Let Us Descend by Jesmyn Ward, Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun by Elle Cosimano, The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware, The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware, Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia, Educated by Tara Westover, My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Bachman, World War Z by Max Brooks, Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell, The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, The Magic of Lemon Drop Pie by Rachel Linden, The Last Chance Library by Freya Sampson, The Martian by Andy Ware, Weather Girl by Rachel Lynn Solomon, Hannah Khan Carries On by Uzma Jalaluddin, Still Life by Louise Penny, All My Mothers by Joanna Glenn, The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, The Latecomer by Jean Hanf Korlitz, Bunny by Mona Awad, The Secret History by Donna Tartt, Prodigal Summer by Barbara Kingsolver, The Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver, Homegoing by Ya Gyasi, The Beautiful Ones by Silvia Moreno Garcia, Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren, Night Road by Kristen Hanna, Red Rising, Golden Sun, and Morning Star by Pierce Brown, A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher. Alright, that is all of the books on my TBR. I don't know the exact number. I will put it up here. It's a lot. I know that. But like I said, I like being able to just pick off my shelves. I'm also going to work pretty hard in 2024 to kind of go through some of these, and if I'm not interested in them anymore, I'm pretty good about going through my shelves regularly and pulling out ones that maybe I picked up in a little free library, but I'm not really that interested in reading it. So I'm pretty good at then moving it along because I have a lot of other books. But some genres, like some of my historical fiction, aren't that interesting to me right now. And so I might go through and do like, let's see what books I want to still read. Maybe do like the first chapter kind of thing and kind of see from there. As always, if you like these types of videos or anything else that I post, make sure to like and subscribe below. Don't forget, leave your comments down below of what you would like me to make a priority in the beginning of 2024, and I will try to get to it, and I will be back for more soon.